And when they're sacrificing a person or a child, sickening as it is to even think about it, the terror that they're giving off is being absorbed by this non-human force outside of human sight. This is sacrifice to the gods. This
Can
is
they,
what
can,
it is. It's
David, can these
sacrificing.
entities be considered the fallen in the Bible?
Listen, the fallen angels in the Bible were just describing this force. And it also describes how the fallen angels interbred with the daughters of men, creating this Nephilim.
Hybrid ruling group.
Yeah, this is what the people running our world within our world in the secret societies are. They're the Nephilim. And you look around the world at other cultures, and they'll describe the same situation using different names. Oh, they worship these gods, and they're talking about these gods. No, they're talking about the same force. They're just calling it different names. This is how the whole thing works.
And also, I'd like to, since this is, I want to advance this to another level. We only got a half hour left with you. I want to advance this to where this 9/11 setup, as you know, it's been set up, and many people have spoke about it, including yourself, probably the leader of this. But this cabal, this satanic cabal that's organizing not only 9/11s, but probably every war I've ever experienced, from Pearl Harbor to around the world. I mean, it's just problem, reaction, solution over and over again, just some more advanced than others.
One also.
And all the wars, yeah. And so let's advance it to this cabal. What's motivating them, and what's behind them, once and for all. And let's find out exactly what. We probably won't have time to talk about solutions in the next half hour, but perhaps another time. But let's talk about what's going on with the satanic occult. Yes.
Yeah, it's also important to get in what the end game is, which is looking as
and what people can watch out for too, David.
And the end game being our crisis that's coming. That's what the game they're trying to set up. Yeah. Right, guys. We're talking to David Icke. We're going to get into the end game next. Come on, once and for all, we're going to find out what's really behind the occult. The occult, the satanic occult, what's been running the world for a long time now. More to come. We'll see you in a minute. All right. We are back with David Icke, the one and only. He's a not only international author, but we've been talking about his book, his latest book, I should say, The Trigger, The Life That Changed the World, Who Really Did and Why. And we're leaving off on advancing to another level of the people behind this. And we could give specific names like you have listed with the Rothschilds and the defense secretaries and all the people involved in 9/11, the Bushes. However, there's a common theme amongst all these people, isn't it? And that common theme is a satanic agenda. Can you describe a little bit about that and some of the details of how really this is not for the innocent and the young here. This is something that's beyond almost belief. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Walk a little on the wild side for us now, David.
I'll go very much on the wild side if people are new.
Now you're talking.
To me. When I started investigating this 30 years ago, it was very clear that the coordination over such a long period of time meant there had to be another level of this that was beyond the human reality. And in my research, I've covered so many different subjects because you have to uncover this stuff. And the prime to that is the nature of reality itself. If people don't realize what reality is and think that the solid reality we appear to be interacting with is how things really are, then they'll never get what's going on, because very quickly this cult knows what reality is and how it works. And it manipulates using that knowledge while keeping from the population the knowledge of how reality works. So much of what they're doing would be impossible if this world was solid and what it appears to be. So they keep from us that how reality works so that people just wave away when people like me saying this is how they're doing it. So when people look through their eyes, they think that they're seeing everything there is to see in the space they're looking at. They're not. They're seeing a tiny fraction of it. According to mainstream science, the electromagnetic spectrum is 0.005% of what exists in the universe. And visible light, which is the only part of the electromagnetic spectrum, and it's tiny, that we can actually see, is a smear, a fraction of the 0.005%. So while people are looking out their eyes and thinking they're seeing everything, they're seeing a tiny band of frequency. Think radio station, think television station. And all the others sharing the same space, all the other realities, we can't see because we're not tuned to them, literally. So when people talk about this world, and I talk about this world being manipulated from other dimensions of reality, people say to you, well, why can't we see them? Well, we can't see them for the same reason that if you tune your radio to radio A, you're not going to hear, and if it's a television, see channel radio B, because you're not tuned to it. So we're only seeing a narrow band of frequency. And this cult is the, almost said human, actually it's hybrid. It's the representative of a force that operates and is not human outside this band of frequency that we call the world. And it's its representative in human society. So these secret societies and networks are advancing the manipulation of human society in a particular direction on behalf of, as gophers and agents of, this unseen force. And therefore, this is the biggest secret of the secret societies, the inner core, not your Freemasons going down the lodge, the inner core. It's why do people think secret societies are broken up into compartments called degrees? It's to keep most of the secret society members ignorant of this big truth, that what they're really representing is this unseen force. Now, the real inner core, they are involved in practicing Satanism, including human sacrifice, etc. Literally. And if you go, and I chart this in my books, you can pick up these interbreeding bloodlines that actually are the core of this cult. It's where royalty comes from. And you could chart them through history. They were the people that set up Rome, for instance, and the Roman Empire and what have you, and Babylon. And you see that they were openly sacrificing people. When humanity woke up and matured to the point where it wasn't having that anymore, they went underground. But they're still doing it. They're just doing it in secret. So why are they? What satanic ritual is this? Why are they doing it? Because we are in a band of frequency. This force is in another frequency. And by the way, just look around the world, look around the religions, and you see this force constantly named under different names. Christians call it demons. Islamic people call it jinn. The Gnostic belief system from best part of 2,000 years ago and closer, they call them archons. I've met a Zulu shaman, and in Zulu lore, this same force is called Chitahuri. They're just different names for the same force, and it's told throughout the ancient world, this manipulation of human society by a non-human force. So they're operating in a frequency that's different to this one. What the rituals do with their chants and their colours and their various
sacrifices.
Yeah, well, I'll come to that in a sec. And their various methodology is they're creating an energetic frequency connection with this other level. And when they are doing rituals to the gods, these gods are this force. And I've talked to people around the world, not least in America, who have witnessed these rituals, and they describe how in the most powerful of them, these non-human entities slip through into the ritual because the if you like, the gateway frequency channel has become so powerful that they can change frequency. They can't stay here for long, but that's.
But they can manifest into this plane and hold this this level of consciousness through this incantations and rituals.
Yes, they can.
That makes so much sense about ritual traditions
That's why they
inherent in all religions.
Now, there's another thing, which is, you know, when the Morpheus character held up the battery in the Matrix and said the machines have turned humans into one of these. Well, that was a profound truth, because this force feeds off human energy. It's its sustenance. And because it's in a low frequency state, it can only absorb energy in a low frequency state. And so they have structured human society to generate maximum fear, maximum depression, maximum anxiety, maximum resentment, maximum hatred, maximum regret, maximum guilt, because they are the frequencies, the emotional frequencies that we give off energetically, which they absorbed. And the energy that this force wants more than anything else is the energy of prepubescent children. This takes us back to the stories of the ancients sacrificing young virgins to the gods. Young virgins is simply code for children, prepubescent
See how much
children.
sense this makes, though, Tim? It makes so much sense when you look at it in the overview,
Yeah.
David.
And when they're sacrificing a person or a child, sickening as it is to even think about it, the terror that they're giving off is being absorbed by this non-human force outside of human sight. This is sacrifice to the gods. This is what it is.
David, can these entities be considered the fallen in the Bible?
Listen, the fallen angels in the Bible were just describing this force. and it also describes how the fallen angels interbred with the daughters of men, creating this Nephilim.
Hybrid ruling group.
Yeah, this is what the people running our world within our world in the secret societies are. They're the Nephilim. And you look around the world at other cultures, and they'll describe the same situation using different names. They worship these gods, and they're talking about these gods. No, they're talking about the same force. They're just calling it different names. This is how the whole thing works.
So these are the power brokers, David, behind the Elon Rusks, behind the Musk, behind the Rothschilds, behind these folks, these entities. Now, when you're talking on this level, you got to bring in, I guess, possession, or at least at this point,
attachment.
At this point, we got to bring in the ET agenda or the alien agenda or beyond our veil agenda here.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same thing. Because I don't call them extraterrestrials, I call them interdimensionals. But coming to all that will lead me on to something else, which is basically the end game.
They expect a person like me to believe in their gods from the Bible. When I'm in discussion with people, I always told them, they say, you don't believe in the Creator, you don't believe in the higher power. I said, I don't have to believe. We know there's a higher power. We know something created all this that we see in front of our eyes. But what? I'm not into your Bible beliefs. I'm not into your gods in the Bible. No way. And following this whole hurricane thing, I hear people saying God know what he's doing. God will do this. God will do this. So who send the storm? Who send the hurricane? According to their beliefs, Remember, they say that God created this, God created the hurricane. So who send the hurricane? Who send the destruction? That's all I want to know. Who asking for sacrifices? Who are they sacrificing to? People, This is the craziest thing. This whole belief system. What I live with your people. Part 2 is in store.